Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my live streams. Couldn't help but laugh at myself for hitting the wrong button. I hit the outro instead of the intro, but nevertheless, we are here. We are live. It is, I don't even know what today is, Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. It is good to see everyone. I think a couple of people are going to flow here into the room. And before I went live, I saw people having some conversations about what I might be announcing. We're going to do, I think, a couple of things over the course of this video. At least that's what the goal is. One of the things I want to do is to unbox this right here. This is a box that showed up here earlier today, and I want to unbox that. I put something on Instagram a short while ago, and what was funny is I was expecting people to take notice of something that they did not take notice of. Like, many people have seen it. Many people have sent me messages about what was posted up, but not about what it is that I actually wanted people to see. So we'll be announcing that as well. Maybe there will be some folks that are interested in that. So let me say hello to some comic book soldiers that have joined me here in the chat. Robert is here. It's good to see you, brother. Tina is also here. Rob Boswell is here in the room. It's good to see you, my friend. Scrolling down through the names here. B Comics is in the house. Master Blaster is here. Squirrel Madness from Canada is in the house. Matthew from San Jose area is here. Mike W is in the house. It is good to see you. EE, how you doing, brother? Hawaiian Rambo Comics is here. The Omnibus guy was able to comment first on the video that was released earlier today. I think his comment went up at 3:31. The video posted at 3:30. I love the enthusiasm of folks that actually take a look at my videos as soon as they drop. So thank you guys for that. Captain Comics, how you doing? It is definitely good to see all of you guys. I want to thank everybody for taking a little bit of time out of their respective weeks and days to actually hang out. What does it say? Thanks for the FOMO video. Been getting my friend into books and created a monster made him fear of missing out, or FOMO. FOMO is, and there's something that rhymes with that, but we're not going to say it, is a real thing. FOMO is real. And I think, again, it is neither good nor bad, but it is a thing that we should be aware of. And where it has a negative impact, we should find a way to put some controls in place to control ourselves, right? There are people that have the ability to leverage FOMO for positive, which I think is fantastic. But people like myself who have a bias for action will sometimes get in trouble. And so that video that I released earlier today was definitely a cautionary tale, right? It's definitely a cautionary tale designed to help make us all a little bit smarter about this hobby. At the end of the day, that is my objective, is to make us smarter, to have some fun, to spread some love and all that good stuff, right? So there you go. Let me scroll down, see what you guys are talking about. Thunder God 75. How you doing, bro? Rob. It is not the Ford Motor Company. It's FOMO. Well done, bro. Well done. Thank you for keeping it fun. FOMO has been good and bad for me. Yes, indeed. And it's one of those things of, if you have the ability to channel FOMO, it can be a good thing, right? If you don't find a way to channel it, it, like any emotion, could be bad, right? And so if folks haven't seen the FOMO video, I definitely want to encourage you guys to check it out, because I honestly do think that it's a fun video. I think that it really is a fun video. And I also explained the strange camera angle to people, because some people were like, hey, I don't like the camera angle, which I get. I get it. I get where people are coming from, because I am a fan of when I watch videos, I like to have people looking at me. I like to make eye contact. I want to actually see the person that is talking. I don't necessarily enjoy faceless videos. But there is a reason for the camera angle that I take, right? And so if you watch the video to the end, I try to articulate what it is that that I get out of that camera angle. So hopefully people watch it to the end and can better appreciate what it is that I'm actually trying to communicate in that video. So stay tuned for that. So this box, like I said, arrived earlier today. Decided I was going to go ahead and open it up live. Haven't really done a live unboxing in a long time, so thought I would go ahead and do that. And yeah, there's peanuts in here, so I'm definitely not a fan of that. Let me scroll down, make sure I don't miss anything here. The camera angle shows sideburns. Oh my goodness, you are hilarious. So there are peanuts in this one. Lee Wood is here. So I'm not a big fan of the peanuts, but I am a fan of this seller who I've been doing business with a tremendous amount over the last couple of months. Very, very fair prices on the books that they offer up. So I keep going back to them because I dig them as people. They ship my books fast, securely, and they have favorable prices, and you really, really cannot beat that. So get this thing open here and show you guys what I picked up. Oh, that's a cool book right there. Take it out of the plastic so you guys can appreciate this. Scroll. Let me see what you guys are talking about. Zocal is like, is that ASM3? Comic Crypto Stock. How you doing, brother? It is far from ASM3. It is very, very far from that. It is a pretty cool book, though. I think it's a pretty cool book. This is actually the back side of the book, right? This is Gold Key Peanuts #1. Gold Key Peanuts #1. It is a 5.0 with, wait for it, white pages, back cover pinup. Gold Key from 1963, May specifically. Peanuts #1. Definitely a cool book, man. This is definitely a cool book. What does it say? Peanuts for peanuts. I think it's a pretty cool book, right? I think it's a pretty cool book. I don't even know if this book has been pressed, but you know, what I will say is that if you guys like this book, you definitely want to stay tuned to the channel, because this is next week's Go Collect giveaway. This is the book right here. This is next week's Go Collect giveaway. It is Peanuts #1. I think it's a really cool book. I think that cover is really, really cool. Super simple. And it's a really cool cover. Also, same on the backside. So this is actually going to be the Go Collect giveaway for next week. Hopefully you guys will still tune in for the Ready, Set, Go preview show on Sunday. But Peanuts #1. Peanuts #1 from 1963. 5.0 white pages. Shout out to Go Collect for hooking us up. This is next week's book. So I'm gonna set that off to the side. Peanuts for peanuts is what somebody said. So honestly, part of the reason why I decided to do this unboxing, and what I was alluding to earlier today that I posted up on Instagram and my story that no one noticed, was this. No one noticed this little thing in the photo that I posted up. I have continued to explore different things that I could actually do as like a channel that were different and apart from what other people are doing. And I decided to do some of these things. So these are some really cool box cutters that I have actually ordered, and they finally arrived. And if you're a Patreon member, you probably already know about this because Patreon has seen some of the initial mock-ups of these things, but they finally arrived the other day. These are Regie Collects box cutters. So if you are going to open up a comic book box, you might as well do it in style with one of these fashionable red box cutters. Oh man, Matthew's like, okay, my parents won't let me buy a knife. It's not a knife, it's a box cutter. It is a utility knife. It may save someone's life in the case of like an emergency box that needs to be opened. That's all I'm going to say to you. Man, I'm just having fun. The thing is a lot of people do some of the same things, right? They do some of the same things on their channels. And it's like, I want to do something different. I want to do something that people actually kind of need, you know what I'm saying? Or things that people would use. And so this is what I came up with. This is one of the ideas. It is red is my favorite color. These are some pretty nice box cutters, retractable thing, stainless steel, blah, 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 blah. Available on REGIECOLLECTS.com right now. So I thought those are pretty cool. So that was kind of why I wanted to do the unboxing, so I could actually use the box cutter to say, hey, I got box cutters. I don't know. Comic collection agency. I'll take a dozen. He wants one for every single room. I'm saying omnibus guy. He's like, boxes need cutting. Boxes need to be cut. So you might as well cut the box in style. Oh man. Hey, who said that about the headphones? Man, I will take some of that Beats money, Beats by Dre. I will take that. So the price, I'm actually I'm doing them 2 for $10, 2 for $10, which includes shipping. And I can tell you right now, I think like at least 276 when I did the estimates is basically the box, the shipping, right? The shipping, not including the packaging that I had to get and all that other kind of stuff. But they're basically $10 for 2, include shipping. So they are available right now on the website if anybody's interested in that kind of stuff. So a couple of other things that I want to do. I had a conversation with one of the sponsors of the room makeover that I announced, I think it was yesterday or something like that. And they have decided that they are going to actually extend a discount to subscribers of the channel. And these guys are awesome. These guys are awesome. It literally, I think at least twice a week, maybe 1.5 to 2 times per week. Somebody sends me a message on Instagram and they say, how do you hang your comics on the wall? I kid you not, without fail, 1.5 to 2 times per week, I get the question of how, and it's always the same question. How do you get your comics to hang on the wall? And so the very awesome people at collectormounts.com have graciously extended a discount to subscribers of the channel. And they're basically giving folks 15% off their entire order. And so if you go to REGIECOLLECTS.com, which you can actually see on screen right now, over here on the right side is actually I lost my tab. Sorry about that. I lost my tab. There we go. All right. So on the right hand side, collector mount, save 15% on your entire order of wall mounts for comics. These wall mounts and shelf mounts can be used for comics, DVDs, albums, cards, all kinds of stuff. But you use the code Regie Collects and you can actually save 15%. So if you basically click the link, you go over to their website, and this is their website. There is a place for you to be able to plug in the code Regie Collects, REGIE Collects, and save yourself 15%. Awesome people. They, like I said, they are sponsors of the room makeover, and now are offering you all 15% off your order if you decide to pick up something to mount your comics to the wall, or to put them on the shelf, or your cards or your albums or posters or whatever it is you decide to do, 15% off. So I've debated all kinds of stuff, Matthew, I'm gonna tell you. And the goal, man, the goal is not to just, and I think it was like Old Man Keynes actually said something. He was like, bro, don't come out with just any old thing. He was like, just don't come out with any old thing. And it was, I dig this dude because he tells me the honest truth about stuff. And, you don't always want to hear the honest truth, but he tells it like it is. Lee Atkins is his real name. And I dig the guy. He's like, bro, don't just come out with a bunch of stuff. And so I thought about that, and I was like, I want to come out with some stuff that I think is actually useful to people. And again, we all do hauls. We all open comic boxes, right? And so that's why I was like, I'm going to do box cutters. I've never seen another YouTuber do it. And so I thought it would be a cool thing to do. So that's why I actually did it. Scrolling down through the comments here. All right. So one of the other announcements that I wanted to make, and you guys have many people have watched the video that I released about the comic book room makeover. And I want to say that as of this evening, the video has been viewed 1,050 times, and that is a little over 24 hours, 1,000 times. And so I think that I'm really happy with the response. I think a lot of people have watched the video not once but a couple of times in order to cast their vote. So if you haven't watched it, I definitely want to encourage you to go cast your vote. But a couple of things I want to give a little bit of insight into at least one of the prizes that will be offered to the comic book community. I want to offer up at least one prize that is going to be given up, and I'm going to give you guys some additional details. You guys are making some good comments here, and I don't want to miss them, so I may have to come back. Because I want to read these comments. But one of the things that I want to do is I had decided that I personally was going to contribute money. So the sponsors, comicspriceguide.com, collectormount.com, Ready, Set, Collect are the three sponsors that have all signed up to send prize packs to the winners. Definitely appreciate those guys. The links are in the description of the video that I released yesterday. I may actually put them in the description of this video. But what I wanted to do is I personally wanted to contribute to the community. And so what I am going to be doing is ponying up $200. I'm going to pony up $200, and the winner will have the ability to select how they want that $200. And if you watch the videos, you will see that there is a range of what it is that people actually need in their rooms. And in my head, it kind of come down to two things. They need supplies, and those supplies can come in the form of things from the Home Depot, which is one of my favorite stores, or in the form of supplies, like storage bins. And I think a couple of people specifically called out the plastic storage bins that I actually use here in my room. And so the winner will have the ability to select a $200 gift, and they can split it between the Home Depot and plastic bins, for example, right? And the thought is that some people may say, well, I don't need the bins because I make my own bins, but I could use some paint and some other supplies and some materials to make my boxes. Whereas someone else is like, well, I kind of sort of need, I need the bins to store and organize my collection a little bit better. So depending upon who wins, the winner will have the ability to kind of mix and match what they need to accomplish what their goals are for their room, right? And I think somebody was like, I just need some paint, I need some carpet, I need some flooring, right? So $200 was my contribution. But then here's the thing, and I say this all the time, some of the best subscribers around. I was having a conversation with my man, Joey Solo. Joey Solo and I have been talking like off and on for, a healthy percentage of the day, and I talk when I can, and when I can't, I'm working and I reply back when I can. But Joey Solo and I have been talking like off and on all day. And he says to me, I feel like I want to contribute something. I'm like, so what do you want to do? He's like, I want to contribute $100. Joey Solo reached out to me today and says, I want to contribute $100 to this community project. And I was like, are you sure you want to do it? Are you in? I just want to make sure you're in. He didn't respond to the question right away. He sent the money, and then he was like, yeah, I'm in. The dude has a bias for action. And I definitely appreciate that. But I wanted to take this moment to shout out Joey Solo as a fantastic example of what this comic book community is all about. This dude had no reason to be like, I want to give money. He certainly didn't have a reason to give $100, but he has contributed $100, which will allow he and I to contribute $300 to the winner to help make over somebody's comic book room. And then all of the sponsors, so comicspriceguide.com, Collector Mount, and Ready, Set, Go will also be sending prize packs, and I'll be revealing details of that very soon. I don't know how much detail, but I'll be telling you something soon about those guys. But shout out to my man Joey Solo for stepping up and being an awesome member of this community. So thank you, brother. I think you're in the room, and if you're not, I'm sure you'll watch this back on replay. Thank you very much for contributing. So again, as you guys are watching these videos and you're casting your votes, 1 vote per person, right? You get to vote for 2 people. But when you're casting your votes, I want you to think about this. I want you to think about who it is that really needs a makeover, right? Who needs the makeover? Who deserves it? Who has the best vision? Blah, 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 right? So let me scroll. There was a comment here about making giving back to the comic book community, man. That's what it's all about. Blue painter's tape. I have looked into it. I have looked into bootleg blue tape. Maybe one day you will see some Reggie Collects blue painter's tape. You never know. You never know. What is this? Brother, if you decide to pick up these things, I think I bought like 200 of these box cutters. They will be around, my friend. They will be around. I'm probably going to be giving some away from time to time. Somebody wins a prize over here, I'll just throw one in the box. But they will be around. Red painter's tape, he says, man, I'm telling you, the color red is dope and painter's tape is dope. And if I can bring red and painter's tape together to make some magic, I absolutely will. Scrolling down through the comments here. What is this? Matt Woods. How you doing, brother? He says the box cutter will come in handy. I'm always using my utility knife from my room. And, you know, where's my utility knife? Where's my, I don't even see it. Now, the thing that I actually liked about, here's the thing. When you go to look for something, it's never where you need it to be, right? I don't even know where it is. Hold on a sec. Oh, here we go. So the thing that I actually liked about this utility knife is that it's actually pretty small. It's basically the size of a Sharpie, right? And so what I don't like about like my utility knife is that it's actually kind of big. And sometimes if I'm cutting something like a Gemini shipper, or if someone sent me a raw book and they taped it between 2 backing boards, having a big utility knife gives me a little bit of fear that I'm actually going to cut something. So this one is actually pretty small and pretty nimble. And that's kind of why I liked it. I wanted something a little bit smaller than a regular size utility knife. So I just think that's something important to mention. At the end of the day, you need something to cut the box. If you have something that works, cool. If you want to support the channel and you want to, you know, get one of these things, that's cool too, you know? So Tony Trebetta, how you doing, brother? It's good to see you. EGS is in the house. Scrolling down through some of the comments here. Scrolling through, yeah, I use a pocket knife. There you go. That's what I'm saying. If you, JT, man, if you have something that works for you, I don't carry a pocket knife, but my little box cutters are great. The challenge for me also is that I tend to cut boxes outside as I'm throwing them in the recycling bin. The wife uses a utility knife in certain places, and so we were like always looking for a utility knife. Now I have like 200 of them. We will never have to look for a utility knife ever again because they will be everywhere. Scrolling. No. So the thing about it is a lot of people send me messages and stuff like that, and they're like, yo, you're doing, you know, the blah, 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 right? There are so many fantastic people out there that do amazing things for me. Like I have right now on my desk, I have 2 AOKs that are basically sitting right here that I haven't even opened. Right. I have people that are signing up for Patreon all the time and basically contributing a couple of bucks to the channel. I have people that watch the ads because they know that there's revenue that comes to me if they watch the ads. I have people that send donations for no good reason other than to say thank you for creating content. Right. And so, in my opinion, you can't just take, you have to give. You have to, and this is me, this is my opinion, that you have to give back to the community. This community welcomed me in with open arms a couple of years ago when I just started making videos, you know, and I feel like if I'm going to be a good member of this comic book community, then I have to give as much as I receive. And there are people out there are people in this room right now that give AOKs to people all the time. I am nothing more than a reflection of the people that are a part of this channel, you know? So it is generous, but it's only because so many of you are also generous. So scrolling through the comments, Ariel, how you doing, bro? It's good to see you, my friend. It's good to see you. Scroll. I am way behind on the comments. I am way behind on the comments. Let me keep scrolling. A couple of people talking about it's awesome. Can he get some comics from my Oh man. So I will tell you the sponsors may send comics. The sponsors may send comics. It's been discussed. It's been discussions around statues. It's been, man, we've had all kinds of discussions with these sponsors about the various things that they want to do. And part of the reason why I haven't like given the details is because these guys are like still like, we might do this. We could do this. I think I want to do this. Hey, can we do this, and this? And I'm like, do what you want to do. Right. And so there will be, I think, some really cool prize packs that are coming from these sponsors because they're all really good members of the comic book community. And but I also recognize that as I watch those videos, I'm hearing people like, I need paint, I need flooring, I need materials. And it's kind of hard to get a sponsor to pay for some of that stuff. So I'm like, you know what? I'll do it. I'll do it. That's the right thing to do. Right. And so, you know, again, I love this stuff. Best price on BCW plastic bins. Let me know because I still need to grab a few more myself for this room in here. So scrolling down through the comments here, man, I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate all you guys. Scrolling down, Gibbon tape instead of Gorilla tape. Oh my goodness, you are hilarious. Let me scroll down through these comments here. You guys are funny. I was way behind on comments. What's the Warlock comic above my right shoulder? Oh man, I think it's Power Warlock 1. I think it's Power Warlock 1 is what that is. I think it's a 7.5 or something like that. Yeah, that's Power Warlock 7.5. There's a super chat that popped in. I can't even get to it because I'm so far off right now. So I'm still scrolling back through the comments here. Sorry. Trying to scroll down. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing is I'm gonna be completely honest. This is not a solicitation for donations. It is not that. I wanted to acknowledge my man Joey Solo for stepping up for like no reason, you know. But if someone has an interest in making a donation, you can always send me a message on Instagram and we can have a conversation. But please, no one feel pressure. No one feel pressure. That is not what this is about. I simply, like when I unbox an AOK and I give credit to the person that sent the AOK, okay, this is essentially what I'm trying to do, is to give is to salute my man Joey Solo for stepping up and again being just a good guy, you know. So not a solicitation at all. Master Black. This dude has clearly watched my video that was dropped earlier today where I was talking about QVC. What's funny is that the QVC analogy literally just popped into my head as I was sitting there recording this video. I had not planned to talk about QVC, but as I was talking, it occurred to me that it was a great tie-in, and I just got on a little bit of roll, and I was having fun. Let me scroll down before I lose the super chat. Oh, here we go. Comic Collection Agency, shout out to you, brother. He says, have you watched the Suicide Squad cartoon yet? I have not. I have not watched that. Someone sent me, I think it was Chris Bigger. He sent me something earlier today and I haven't looked at it. It was a link. And I don't know if it was Suicide Squad, but like he sent me the trailer the other day to Morbius. So he kind of keeps me in the loop on some of that stuff, but I haven't seen this. You'll have to let me know, Comic Collection Agency, where it is, because I am so behind on so many things that I don't even know where that cartoon would be. So shout out, let me know where it actually is. Oh, Amazon. You guys are talking about Amazon for the BCW plastic bins. There you go. That's what's up. Let me scroll through. But Comic Collection Agency, thank you, brother, for the super chat. I absolutely appreciate you. What is this? Ready, Set, Collect is sponsor for the contest, sells plastic bins as well. You can reach out to them through. Oh, okay. Very good. I did not see that. Joey Solo. There you go. My man, Joey Solo. He says, FOMO is real, peeps. Great video, Reggie. I appreciate that, dude. So, was there anything else? I'll give you guys another quick update. So this is the Go Collect book for this week. It is Amazing Spider-Man number 72. So this is this week's book. And all you have to do is to stay tuned to the channel, watch the videos that come out at 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. And then one of those videos will be a phrase you capture that phrase, you head over to the community tab and you enter the contest there. And then my man, the Comic Collection Agency, who just dropped that dope super chat on me, also hooked me up. Well, technically he hooked you guys up. But this is a fantastic prize pack that he has given me for reaching 6,000 subs. There's a ton of good stuff in here, all Deadpool related, 3 comics, a single card, a pack of cards, a Deadpool figure, and a Deadpool movie. If you want to see all of the ingredients, head over to the last Ready, Set, Go preview show and I actually break down and show it. But basically what we're going to do is this week, the Go Collect giveaway. When I do the giveaway on Sunday, first place will get the dope, amazing Spider-Man comic. Second place will automatically get the equally dope giveaway from Comic Collection Agency. So again, shout out to the sponsors, shout out to the subscribers who constantly contribute to things. I definitely appreciate you guys. So let me see what else you guys are talking about. Anything you guys want to talk about? Throw out some comments. Throw it up in the comments and all caps so I can actually see it. What is this? Ramos says, Reggie, t-shirt fits great. My guns almost looking. Brother, I am all dad bod. I wish I still had guns. I really do. I wish I still had guns, my friend. I'm gonna tell you, on the low, I've been doing my cardio. I've been doing my cardio again. Discovery Bay is in the house. You have been discovered. I am working on my dad bod. I actually have been doing cardio. I'm on my second week. And you know, for me, I cannot go back to what I was before overnight, right? And so what I've been doing is I've been committing to doing at least 3 days of cardio. And I've been doing the Stairmaster, and I'm on my second week of doing cardio 3 times a week. And so I'm going to continue trying to do that, to continue just, you know, improving. And will I ever get back to being what I was before? I don't know, but I want to continue making improvements. And so, you know, that is the plan. So fantastic comment here from Ariel. Shout out to you, brother. And I mean, the thing is, there are so many of you guys that I talk to behind the scenes that are just really good people. You know what I'm saying? And Ariel's one of these guys, just really, really good people, you know, and I am very thankful. I am very, very thankful for all of you guys. So, all right. So Suicide Squad, Hell to Pay. It was on the shelf the other day. Oh, you're asking the movie? No, man, I haven't watched that movie. The only DVD I actually have is in my kids' toy room, and that area is oftentimes sometimes sticky and cluttered with toys. That is the only room in the house that actually has a DVD, and I have not yet ventured in there. I fell asleep on the sofa the other day at 6:30. Because I am gearing up to I have some big presentations coming up at work and some really big projects. And so I've been burning the candle at both ends with the cardio, with the work, with the family, right? With the videos, right? So I have not seen it. So you have my apologies, brother. But I am going to get around to it for certain. Going to get around to it. What is this? Pull my quad doing sprints and bleachers. What's the fastest way to heal? Rice. What is it? Rest, ice, compression, elevation. Rice is the best way. For pulls of that sort, man, the best thing that you can do is that. And just take it easy and let it heal up. And then I think learn from it, right? And I don't know if you stretched or warmed up before you started to engage in sport, right? But these are the things that will help hopefully prevent you from getting hurt, right? The body maintenance stuff, the foam rolling, the massages, the yoga, the stretching, the warming up, all of these things help prevent injuries, right? But if you are injured, I think rice is probably going to be your best bet. Not eating rice, but rest, ice, compression, elevation is probably going to be your best bet to facilitate a speedy recovery. Yes, I checked out the new Thor. The new Thor is dope. In fact, I actually have a video coming out soon talking a little bit about Thor. I haven't had the book. I did I recorded a haul, I think earlier this week. You guys may actually see it next week related to Thor. But yeah, I read the new Thor, the Donny Cates. I thought it was fantastic. The opening scene, I talked a little bit about this on the Ready, Set, Go show, and people were like, don't spoil it. The opening scene with the Through the 10 Realms, I thought was fantastic. The two surprises that happen, one towards the middle and one towards the end, fantastic. I have actually added Thor to my pull list, at least for the next couple of issues, so I can kind of see how this thing is going. So I definitely enjoy it. Scrolling down through some of the comments here. Bro, here's the thing. You are not the only one, Eugene. Brother, I have sneezed and thought I gave myself a hernia. I have also sneezed and hurt my own back. I have popped a blood vessel in like my eye, right? And so I feel you, my friend. That the thing with back injuries, man, is that once you pop your back, once you injure your back, it is never the same again. And I injured my back a couple of years ago. I was squatting 425 pounds. It was the end of the workout. I should have gone home. But the guy in me was like, one more rep, uno mas. Uno mas is what I used to say to myself. One more rep, one more set, uno mas. Did it, paid the price, popped my back, and it's never been the same again. And I can remember riding down the street and every single bump was just excruciating, you know? So it is true. It is true. Man, I'm telling you, brother, if I could go back just a couple of years ago, I get these alerts from the Instagram machine, and it shows me things from years ago, and I'm like, man, if I still look like that today. Oh man. So Gills, thank you for the super chat, man. I definitely appreciate that. Shout out to you, brother, for the generosity. I definitely appreciate the super chats that people hook me up with. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Donny Cates is phenomenal. It is no doubt about that. And yes, that last page was fire. Definitely enjoyed it. What is this? Comic Tom, man. Man, again, you talk about people that are trying to do things differently, right? Comic Tom is definitely one of those guys, right? There are, and this is, you know, you look at what this guy is trying to do, and you have to respect what he is actually doing. You know, he is, and the truth is I've been working on an exclusive variant in the background for probably 4 or 5 months, right? Maybe even longer. And there's been some delays with it. I don't even know if it's ever going to happen, but I was trying to be the first to actually do that because I thought it would be dope to do it, to see my name, to see my logo on a comic. And I still want to do it, but to see Comic Tom do it is, I think it's fantastic. And it's one of those things where it's not an envy thing. It is a, man, the dude is doing it, and it is impressive what he's been able to do. And you look at him, you look at Travis, Comics with Bueller, another of in my opinion, my contemporaries. These guys are just doing incredible stuff. Hats off to both of those individuals for just killing the game, man, killing the game. So we have somebody with cadaver parts, cadaver issues. So I have an issue with my eye, and my sister-in-law was at one point my eye doctor, and she said to me, yes, if something goes wrong with your eye, we can always just give you a cadaver part. And I said, no, you won't. But you have to do what you have to do. You have to do what you have to do. There you go. The dude, he is, man. And I get a chance to talk to the dude behind the scenes, off camera, just text, cell phone. We've had several conversations over the last, 6 months or so. And I dig him. He is offering to the comic book community something that is different and something that is unique. And I applaud that. It is not easy to come up with original content. It is not easy to be original. It is much easier to do what everyone else is doing. And Comic Tom is not that, man. I applaud the dude for what he's doing. I think he has a very long runway with the things that he's doing. So shout out to that dude. Shout out to him. Oh, you are a nut. Ariel, thank you for keeping it fun, bro. I slab man. When I heard Slabtopia in the video, I almost lost it. That was one of the funniest. Just a Slabtopia. Oh man, I'm telling you, the dude is. If you haven't watched the video on the comic book room makeover, you are missing out. Watch the video, cast your vote, help make somebody's comic book room come to life. But Discovery Bay, you have been discovered. Shout out to you, brother. He is another Bay Area native, not native, but resident. Yeah, Bay Area resident. And yeah, he's talking about Bueller's sneak peek show. Bueller, man, he is doing his thing. He really is. I talked to that dude yesterday. I think that he is a great YouTuber, and I think he's a good guy. I really do think that he's a good guy. So scrolling down through some of the comments here. What did this say here? The thing is, man, is so there's a couple of things, right? So I don't have as much free time as I would like to be able to do some of these activities. So that's part one. Part two is I don't want to copy what someone else is doing. You know what I'm saying? And I've done a couple of mystery boxes. I thought they were fun. I thought it was cool. But I don't want to copy what Comic Tom is doing. I want that man to have his own space to be able to have some freedom to continue bringing like his vision to life and to own that. I want to respect that. So people have said to me, you should do comic book review videos and you should like tell us a story of what happened to the comic book. There's so many other people that do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to copy that. I don't want to be them. I want to do something different. I want you to be able to come to this channel and to be able to get something that you cannot get other places. And, maybe I don't have the same following as those guys. I don't have the same views as those guys, but I feel like I offer something unique and something valuable to this comic book community that is separate and apart from the things that they offer. And I think that like just the three people I've named, all three are very different. Discovery Bay, very different from us. Right. And I think, the goal is to have people that offer something different, something new, something unique that is not just the same old thing rehashed with a different face, different name, different channel, So I definitely get where you're coming from, bro. But I wanted to give you my context for that. Ken, how you doing? Ken, it is definitely good to see you. Poor Mike is like working on my AOK game this year. That's what's up, man. I think it's one of those things, man. It never has to be something major. It can sometimes just be something small, and it means a lot to the next person that you give it to. I applaud you for even thinking about doing an AOK. And Ken, I don't know that I've ever seen your name here, but welcome, man. If I haven't seen you, welcome. If I have, you have my apologies, but I still say welcome to you, my friend. Scrolling down through the comments here. Let me go to the no, here's the thing, bro. Somebody has actually tried to do my hunt video. I've actually seen somebody shoot footage of basically the hunt. And I think that people should be allowed to have their thing. There's a reason why I don't really watch other YouTubers. It's not because I don't like them. It's not because I don't want to support them. It's that I don't want inadvertently for their ideas, their concepts, their thoughts to seep into me, and then for me to say them and it be like I'm trying to be them or trying to copy them or trying to replicate what they have, so I'm always trying to find that balance between things. Comic Book 62, how you doing, bro? It's good to see you. You said the channel was very personal and you cover things like a best friend. Comic Tom is the CNN version, and there you go. And they are very different. And that's what we need. We need more different stuff, and Comic Tom, again, doing his thing. And I could not be more proud of that dude. I really can't. He actually started going to the gym. He posted up a photo earlier today and he was like, I'm trying to get like a couple of people. And I was on there and I'm like, dude, you're not trying to get this dad bod. You are not trying to get this dad bod right here, my friend. What is this? Yeah, I agree. Reggie offers tons of content that's informative, and you learn what books are out there, and plus the how-to. Yeah, man. And again, I think the goal is to provide to you all something that is a little bit different. I want you guys to have some fun. I want you to learn some things. I want you to be smarter. I want to give you some things to think about, and I don't want to say, no judgment. I don't want to say, let me tell you all about this story from cover to cover. You know what I'm saying? I want to say some stuff to you. Let me pique your interest to go get you to buy that book if that's what you want to do, or read it digitally. But I don't want to do videos that require me to go page by page by page and tell you the whole story. I do have a video coming up about that, but whatever. Scrolling down through the comments, scrolling down. Unique and original is definitely the goal. What is this? Reggie, do I own shirts with sleeves? Yeah, man, I own shirts with sleeves. I don't enjoy them, but I have to wear them every day to work. But honestly, part of it is like, as a bodybuilder, I tended to get really hot, and so I never really wore sleeves if I can help it, because I would overheat, and because I'm still technically a bodybuilder, but more importantly, because I'm in a room with like 3 lights that are literally shining right at my head and my face, I heat up. And so that's another reason why sometimes you'll actually see me sweat in video. There, a little bead of sweat will just fall. So not wearing sleeves helps me to balance my temperature just a little bit. What is this? Hold on, wait a minute. Tina, I've been discussing with my parents on if I should create a website gallery for my art and maybe sell some art. I say go for it. I know you're talking to Tina, bro, but have some fun, man. You're young. You're a talented dude. Have some fun, bro. You only live life once. Scrolling down through some of the comments here. What is this? Suggestions to have subs send in short videos of their gym books and give your thoughts. You'd have to tell me more about that. And the truth of the matter is that I literally, probably a couple of times a week, someone will send me a video or an email or a series of photos asking me my thoughts on their books and whether they should buy the book, what the grade might be, whether there's a pressable defect and that kind of stuff. And I'm not an expert in any of those things, but I will, when I have a moment, give people some things to think about. And that's my goal, right? Is to basically ask a couple of questions about whatever it is, and, help people to not, I don't tell them what to do, but I try to prompt them to make a decision that makes sense for them, right? So it should never start with Reggie said or Reggie told me. It's more like Reggie asked me a couple of questions that got me to come to this conclusion. But yeah, scrolling down through some of the comments here. Yeah, man. No, the thing for me is that I personally don't like people to tell me what to do, right? Unsolicited advice to me is just one of the worst things that you can do, right? So I had some people early on when I was collecting comics that would say, you're too attached to your comics. You need to learn to sell your comics. You need to let go of your comics. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. What you need to do is this. And that to me is, don't tell me what to do, especially if I haven't asked a question. Now, if I ask a question, I'm like, hey, what's your opinion? Then tell me. But if I am not asking your opinion, you are telling me what to do, it's a struggle for me. It is a little bit of a struggle to me, because you haven't, and part of it is that the person hasn't attempted to understand what it is that I'm trying to do, because maybe I've actually given thought to what I'm doing, and maybe there's a reason and a rationale for it. And so without trying to understand what I'm trying to do, you giving me advice doesn't necessarily work for me. You know what I'm saying? And so what I try to do on the channel is, I don't tell you what to do. I don't tell you what to buy. I don't tell you what to think. I don't tell you how to spend your money. But what I will do is ask you some questions. I'll give you some information. I'll point you in a direction, and I will allow you to make a decision, because that's just how I work, And so, yeah, I don't go on rants. I'm not overly critical or overly negative. I am a balanced kind of guy, right? We all have stressful lives. We all have a lot going on, and I want you to be able to come to this channel, have a little fun, and enjoy yourself, and go away maybe a little bit more enriched after as a result. You know what I'm saying? Ken, I feel you with the no sleep. Oh, so if you are in the Bay Area, you might see me this weekend at the Berkeley Comic-Con. I may go. I'm kind of on the fence as to whether I want to make the drive. I do not like driving to Berkeley, but I may go. I may swing by the Berkeley Comic-Con and hang out for a little bit. Part of my hesitation is the traffic, the driving, and then also the fact that I don't want to spend any money because I'm actually trying to do some things. So I don't want to spend any money because, I'm trying to do some things. And if I go, then I might be enticed. So I'm going to have to look at my goals before I go in to help me not spend money. Or I'll spend all my time talking to people. And that will prevent me from being able to spend money. So Matthew, I definitely get it, bro. It is a little bit of a drive, definitely from where you are and from where I am. It's 30 minutes and I still don't want to drive it. I was talking to somebody earlier. I think it was two. I was talking to two earlier and he lives in Fresno and he was like, bro, it's 4 hours. I was like, not many things that would make me drive 4 hours. But the Berkeley Comic-Con is actually a pretty good show. It is actually a pretty good show. It is a true comic book show. So let me see this. What are my thoughts on Morbius? Any opinions? ASM 191 is one of my all-time favorites. Are you asking about the movie Morbius or the comic Morbius or the trailer? So the trailer or the comic? Because I'm in the middle of reading. I think issue 3. I think I'm in the middle of reading issue 3. I keep falling asleep in the middle of it, so I'm hoping to actually finish it sometime soon. So. So if you get that question to me, I should be able to answer it. Go collect question for you, Reggie. Do you include tax and shipping in your price when you add to your collection? I don't. And I know a lot of people have said that is the best way to do it, right? But here's the thing. If you're actually going to do it, then you should also include your gas, right? You should include the price of the gas that you spent to go to the comic shop if you went to the comic shop and actually bought that comic, right? People say that you should include tax. To me, tax and shipping are the price of entry. It is like gas money. It just is what it is, right? I focus on the price that I paid for that book, because that is then, in my opinion, a true apple to apple comparison. But everyone has their own philosophy, you know what I'm saying? And I think that you have to decide what it is that you want to do and what it is that actually makes sense for you. For me, I don't think about shipping or taxes. I focus more or gas money or my time spent. Like, I've driven 2 hours to go get a book. Do I include the gas or my actual time to go get that book versus getting one via mail? I don't count that, right? And so I look at the book. I look at the price paid for the book, and to me, that is what I focus on. But you have to decide what your thought is. So what is this? Forget the new comic. Check out ASM 101, 102 and Marvel Team Up. So I have those books. I don't have Marvel Team Up 3, but I do have ASM 101 and 102. I don't think that I really enjoyed that Morbius story. I don't think that I really enjoyed that. I've tried to go back and read some of the other Morbius stuff, like Midnight Suns, and I kind of enjoyed that. The Morbius in the 90s, I kind of enjoyed that. I don't recall thinking that ASM 101, 101 and 102 were great. But I did like some of the subsequent Morbius stuff that gave a little bit more on like his background and some of that other stuff. I kind of enjoyed those. But 101, no. And I'm actually reading the current Morbius story. And I'm enjoying that. I read issue 1 and I want to say issue 2 because I think it's on issue 3 now. And I enjoy 1 and 2. A little bit of Spider-Man in there, so that was definitely cool. And I'm in the middle right now. I do believe, as I'm talking about it, it's getting more clear for me that I think I'm in the middle of issue number 3. So hopefully that helps answer your question. No on gas, but appreciate your opinion and I tend to agree. Yeah, I mean, you have to do what makes sense for you at the end of the day, and then you just have to be consistent to that thing. You know. I don't know. I don't know. Everyone has their own philosophy to what cost to include versus not include. So I have the Morbius books, 1 through 3, but haven't read them. What do you think of the story? I'm actually enjoying the story. I'm actually enjoying a little bit of the background of who Morbius is and all that kind of stuff. I think it's actually pretty well done. I really do think it's pretty well done. So I think the Val Helsing woman has busted in and making a mess of things. So I'm actually I need to finish reading issue number 3 tonight. So I hope to be able to get through that, stay awake and actually get through it. But I enjoy it. I'm a big fan of like vampires. So I've been reading like a lot like Philadelphia and Vampire State Building. I read 30 Days and 30 Nights, that comic, maybe 2 months ago. And now Morbius, and I'm digging all the vampire stuff. I really enjoy all of that stuff. So let me scroll through some of the comments here. Hunt at half price books. That's what's up. Scrolling through the comments here. Morbius trailer looked too dull, too cliche. I think that the teaser that they put out, I did not enjoy, right? But I think that the full trailer, I enjoyed that, but you don't know what the movie is about. I don't think you really know what the movie is about. Like there's some confrontation, there's some dudes with some guns, and that's about it. Like, what is it really about? I don't think we actually have a clue, right? But I enjoyed the trailer, not the teaser. I enjoyed the trailer, but I still don't quite know what the movie is. And so the comment here from King of Golden State, I definitely get it. I definitely get it because you don't really know what it's about, but it's a vampire. And so as a vampire fan, might have to go see it. All right. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this thing up. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me again. Huge shout out to my man Joey Solo for hooking me up with $100 that I get to pass back to the person that wins the comic book makeover. So if you have not yet voted or watched that video, I definitely want to encourage you to do so. Shout out to 3 sponsors: Ready, Set, Collect, Collector Mount, and Comics Price Guy. 3 awesome sponsors who have stepped up and are going to be contributing prize packs for the winners. And I think that's it. Definitely stay tuned for the rest of the videos that are going to be coming out from the channel for the rest of this week, 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. And like I said, in one of those videos is going to be a phrase that you are going to need in order to enter the giveaway for this week to be able to win this book right here, a 9.0 Amazing Spider-Man 72, or a pretty dope prize pack from Comic Collection Agency. 3 comics, a figure, pack of cards, single card, and DVD, all related to my man Deadpool. And again, if you are interested in picking up some of these dope box cutters, they are for sale right now on RegieCollects.com. Discount code for the folks that make those mounts behind me on the website as well, on the partners page. The code is RegieCollects. Shocker, right? If you guys need me, feel free to reach out to me at Regie Collects on Instagram, or you can reach out to me at Regie at RegieCollects.com. No matter how you go about it, I'm not too hard to find. Take care.